Jocks, come by if you can't get up here until after 2 o'clock where we are. You can certainly enjoy the half-off happy hour, 3 to 6, Monday through Friday, inside or out on the patio, the half-off drinks and appetizers. Don't forget about brunch on the weekend. Maybe get your Iron Bowl Saturday started right because they got the late kick at Jordan-Hare, 10 to 2:30, the Bottomless Tapas brunch. And then on Sunday, 10 to 2:30 on the Bottomless Tapas brunch. Also available for maybe office corporate get-togethers, maybe a family get-together like Pat had several years ago at Social Taco. Check them out, socialtaco.bar for more information.
Joining us now from Awful Announcing, SEC Unfiltered, some Bryce Young podcasts with the Carolina Panthers. I don't even know the name of it. I'm sure it was.
The next episode's going to be exhilarating, though.
Yes.
The Crying Panther.
Is that what it is?
I thought it was the Crying Panther.
Oh, yes.
It's better than that. The name of the show is This Team is Killing Us.
What was the cologne from Anchorman? Was that the Sex Panther? What was it?
Sex Panther.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
Sex Panther.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was the name of your podcast.
What was it? 50% of the time it works every time? What is it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, no, Sex Panther is just what I call myself when I'm on the podcast.
Gotcha.
You have given some of the videos we've seen, you've got the fur of a panther.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I keep it all natural.
He's Greek. He's Greek.
Would you be insulted if you got some kind of manscaping in your stocking for Christmas?
No, I mean, I would caution people that look, I did the regular radio show just like you guys did. I will caution people that I have endorsed a lot of these products, and they do not work with the hair I got going on.
Okay.
Oh, wow, that's
all right.
Okay.
So be it.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, all these blades are strong. They're not as strong as my body.
We have a thing that my wife uses for our couch. It's kind of like a razor that gets all the extra stuff off. I don't know if that was.
Yeah.
Sounds like Demetri needs a lawnmower or something like that.
Oh,
weed eater.
Yeah, weed eater.
There is my wife and I. Well, my wife and kids and I. We have two black cats, and there is always a question when there is fur on the couch. Does this belong to the cats or to Dad?
All right, so let's talk about the Iron Bowl. How nervous are you being a University of Alabama graduate?
Not nervous, but I don't think it is going to be I mean, it's going to be like that game last night. I don't think it's going to be a particularly entertaining watch, but I do think Alabama is going to come out on top.
Okay.
All right. So with that being said, you think that it's going to be slow developing? Alabama just wins fourth quarter? Is it going to be dramatic? And what if it comes down to Talty lining up for a game-winning field goal? Where is Demetri's headspace going to be?
Demetri's headspace will be not in a very good place. My brain will be like the mini body hair blades that I've broken in the past. Go ahead.
No, I was going to ask about the criticism of Connor Talty and the booing. Did you have a problem with it? Kalen DeBoer did.
Did I have a problem? I mean, look, I don't like when students or particularly adults boo any of our players. That being said, like the way if you were watching the game on TV against Oklahoma, the way he lit into his long snapper, you cannot come back with your very next kick and miss it as well. Like that's a bad look for Connor Talty. But I don't want to see any of our guys get booed, particularly because kicking is such a specialty skill that, like, you know, we can watch football forever. We don't understand what goes into it. No matter how many Pat McAfee segments we watch, we have no idea what it is these guys go through.
So I wanted to ask you quickly about potentially the next quarterback of the Carolina Panthers and Ty Simpson. With how would you evaluate? We're 11 games in. Obviously, you win the Iron Bowl. You make some magic happen in the playoff. We're going to look at the season very differently for Ty. But the first half of it, I mean, lighting the world on fire and now showing some struggles here in the last month or so, Demetri. So for right now, how would you evaluate this kind of season as a whole for Ty Simpson heading into the Iron Bowl?
Well, I think, I think every Alabama fan would do themselves a favor to just abandon any sort of position you have taken in the Heisman conversation. That obviously burned very bright and burned out very quickly.
Yes.
For Ty Simpson. I think he is still actually who he has been all along. It's just those moments that make you wonder what is it you saw that I couldn't see. They're costing the team a little bit more. And I know that this is very easy to say coming off of the Oklahoma game. but I feel like he has always had 2, 3, 4 moments in every game that make you wonder, what did he see that like nobody else on the field saw? Why on earth would the ball go there? It just so happened that was the difference in the last loss, and it's hard to dismiss that. You combine that with the fact that the running game has been, completely absent. There is so much more on his shoulders, and so those mistakes add up and just bury this team, or at least have the capability of burying this team. I think that I certainly have gotten past the point of feeling like no matter what has gone on in the game, if it is a one-score game late, he's going to come through.
All right, so let's just play this out. Alabama loses at Auburn. They don't go to the college football playoff. As an alum, where's your criticism towards Kalen DeBoer? Is there any?
There is criticism from the standpoint of, like, you had so much coming back on defense this year. The run game never got better from week to week. Even now, granted, this is Eastern Illinois, a game that doesn't matter, but on that very first drive, Eastern Illinois pushed the run defense around. That's something that never really got better. There is still plenty of criticism for the guy. That being said, the list of who I would rather have is still pretty short. Like, I still think that the people that are so over the top on DeBoer because, he has started this new job and he is taking 3 losses or 4 losses in season 1 and could take 3 or 4 in season 2. I think they are losing sight of the bigger picture of, like, man, remember when we decided some of these guys were not doing good enough in the early 2000s? It always found a way to get worse. I still think he is one of the 5 or 10 best minds in the sport right now, and I'm happy that he's our coach.
All right, Demetri, and this is just kind of a gut thing right now, but based on ESPN and their playoff predictor, right, let's say Alabama, they go and take care of business against Auburn, they make it to the SEC title game, they lose to Texas A&M. All right, ESPN's telling you they have a 59% chance of still making the playoff if they go to the SEC title game and lose. What is your gut telling you? Is this a situation where it says 59%, but you really feel like it's maybe more 80 to 90%, or is it one of those, it really is a coin flip if Alabama will get in with a loss in Atlanta potentially?
I think if they make it to Atlanta, they are 100% in the playoff. I think the committee showed you last year, like, forget the SEC. Look at what happened in the ACC, right? SMU was the team on the cut line if they lost, and the committee decided making it to your conference championship game, what happens in that game is only going to be the difference in seeding, not between whether or not you get in and don't get in. And that's pretty important for these TV deals, right? Like, you cannot set up a scenario like Lane talked about last year where it is advantageous to play for third place as opposed to going into a very losable game for you. That's not good for the overall product. So, no, I think if Alabama gets into the SEC championship game, particularly the strength of the conference this year, the number 2 team in the conference is a lock to get in. Probably not to host a first-round game, but a lock to get in.
Okay, now take that same scenario. Let's say Alabama loses by 30. Do you still think they get in regardless of score, or do you think if they get blown out, that kind of changes how you would evaluate that?
No, I still think they get in regardless of score. Unless it is one of these things where Auburn surprises everybody and Alabama has to make a mad dash late, and they have these 2 sort of really bad tastes left in the committee's mouth. I can't see a scenario where the team that loses the SEC championship game does not get into the playoff.
All right, so let's just say you're taping and, one of your award-winning bubble bath broadcasts this weekend, and you get a phone call from an area code 662, which is Mississippi.
Sure.
And it's Lane Kiffin. And he goes, hey, Meat, I got to have your advice. Stay in Oxford, go to Baton Rouge, head to Gainesville. What are you saying as you're in your bathtub filming your bubble bath? What are you telling him?
All right, boys, are you ready for this? We're going to do some serious character study of Lane Kiffin here. I think Lane Kiffin likes people talking about Lane Kiffin more than he has ever liked football, right? Mm-hmm. So to me,
makes sense.
The answer here is pretty obvious. You stay in Mississippi because when you are done with football, that is the place you have the best possibility of them still talking about you when you run for whatever office it is you're not qualified for. I think Lade has everything he wants in Mississippi. He just knows if he chooses Mississippi, he never gets to be the belle of the ball again.
That's a really good thought.
Interesting. Okay.
And agree with you 100% on Lane Kiffin. Loves all of us talking about him. I will go off script here because you don't mind dabbling in other things. You love Christmas movies. I know that you're already, few weeks in to watching your Christmas movies. If there is a Christmas movie that you would like to see an alternate ending to, what would that ending be, and what's the movie?
Okay, well, one of the great Saturday Night Live sketches ever is the alternate ending to It's a Wonderful Life. Are you guys familiar with that?
No, I don't think so.
The sketch was, this would have been like early 90s, maybe late 80s, where the town of Bedford Falls realizes that Mr. Potter stole the missing money, and they all go to beat him up. It's hilarious. I highly recommend everybody on YouTube or wherever it is you pirate video, go watch that. The alternate ending to a Christmas movie. I don't know that it's so much an alternate ending. I very much would like to see what happens the day after Christmas to the Griswolds' neighbors.
Okay.
How much longer can that? How much
Margot
longer
and
can
Todd?
their relation? Yes. How much longer? Not only can their relationship with the Griswolds as neighbors last, but how much longer can Margot and Todd last?
Well, that's a great point. I was thinking same movie. Here's my alternate ending. They, of course, Cousin Eddie goes and he kidnaps the boss, brings him to the house.
Right.
Everything that goes on. Cousin Eddie actually gets convicted. He gets booked. He serves a sentence. Clark goes to jail as well.
Yeah.
And then that's where I stopped
For
writing.
kidnapping the boss?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. The next day, the boss's wife is like, "You're not serious, are you? They are going to jail, right?"
Yes.
Yeah. No,
and,
I like that alternate ending very much.
and they press charges.
No, that's a good one. What about for Thanksgiving? What is your must-have? Turkey and ham. Okay, everyone has turkey and ham. What else for Demetri? We know you love meat.
I'm boring. Like as long as I have stuffing, I'm perfectly happy. There's
That's
an
the
ice
second
cream
time
place
we've gotten
up here.
that.
Stuffing.
We've gotten that answer.
He goes stuffing, too.
Or, sorry, you went stuffing. Jason went dressing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, you call it whatever you want. It's all mashed up bread, and it's delicious. And I don't need anything more than that. I'm perfectly
Is it
happy.
inside the
Mashed up
cavity
bread.
of the bird, or is it in a casserole dish?
No, casserole dish. What are we,
Okay.
animals?
Okay.
Inside
No.
the casserole
Yeah.
dish.
Well,
Ridiculous.
that's what they do in the Big Ten. So
Wait,
yeah.
wait, your family, they put it in the turkey carcass?
No.
Okay,
I
I
was
was
just
like-
asking him because he said stuffing.
Okay.
Stuffing, you're stuffing it in.
Yeah.
Dressing, it's
On top.
Yeah, no, but I'm also stuffing it in me. That's why I call it stuffing.
I did think about you last night. I hope this isn't offensive, but I was eating some
No, go on.
spanakopita, and I love spanakopita.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Yep.
Sure.
Pasticcio,
Are you
too.
familiar with the all cheese alternative tiropita?
No.
Oh, I highly recommend you seek that out somewhere.
Okay. All right. I'll do it. Demetri, thank you so much for all of your insight, your entertainment, what you offer every single Monday here on the show, and the college football bubble bath. So what the bubble bath, once again, preview for our listeners and our viewers who have never checked it out.
So here's the problem with this week's bubble bath. Y'all mentioned Lane Kiffin. I wrote a whole script for this week about Lane Kiffin and realized this is going to be irrelevant by the time I actually put out the video. So I've got to come up with something new to write a bubble bath about this week.
Maybe it's
So
you, a cutout of Lane Kiffin in the other end of the tub, and you're answering the questions for him that you're asking him.
I just step into the role of Jimmy Sexton, a Jimmy Sexy, if you will.
Yes.
I want more on the Brian Kelly comparison to the mayor from Jaws. I want more of a deep dive on that. That was very interesting.
That was a solid
analysis.
pull right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Listen, don't think that over the offseason I have not started writing out which quarterbacks and coaches are in the SEC are various movie characters to make several of those sorts of videos for.
Oh,
that's
and what's his name? Dolphins coach. He could actually play the way the role of Brody there in that movie.
Oh, yeah, Mike McDaniel. Yeah, the glasses, too. It kind of
Yeah.
works. Yeah.
Dude, with all of the comparisons to what Mike McDaniel looks like, I had not heard Brody, and that is excellent. That is
Very good.
beyond excellent.
Wait, what are the ones that you've heard then, Demetri? I'm curious now.
I have heard. All right, so I have not heard specific people. I have heard a lot of like he looks like a dude in American Hustle. I have heard he looks like an extra in Goodfellas. I have heard a lot. Really, I think everybody that has a Mike McDaniel looks like. You are just naming a character or a person you can visualize in those yellow translucent sunglasses.
Or you just go mugshot on my local news.
Possibly, sure. Why not? Why not? He looks like a dude with his mugshot on the local news who told the cops that his dad owns a dealership.
That's
They can take care of it.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's really good. Hey, Demetri, we always appreciate the time. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, and try to enjoy the Iron Bowl, and we'll talk to you next week.
There is no enjoying the Iron Bowl. There is only enduring the Iron Bowl, boys. Thank you all, and happy Thanksgiving to y'all.
That's a great lesson for all of our listeners. Thank you, Demetri.
Thanks, Meat.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Be well. Demetri joining us, as all of our guests do, on the Higginbotham Hotline.
We'll continue on. We'll be here until 2 o'clock here at Social Taco. It's getting cloudy again, so hopefully you can dodge some raindrops. Come up and see us. We'll be here until 2. This is Three-Man Front on Jocks.
Three-Man Front. We are here on the Taco Terrace. come by and see us. We'll be here for about 45 minutes or so until 2 o'clock when we will part ways until next Tuesday. But appreciate everyone joining us up here today. Had a nice crowd. Got to enjoy the Auburn fight song during one of the commercial breaks. The Auburn contingent here making themselves known. And we appreciate everyone joining us on the program today. Mike Griffith giving us his breakdown analysis of Alabama and Auburn as he's covered both programs here in the state. Jason Caldwell talking the Auburn perspective. Rob Pate, his experiences as a player in the Iron Bowl. Rodney Orr, the Alabama side of things for the Iron Bowl. Ty Richardson talking about the Arkansas coaching search and how that is progressing. And then Demetri Ravanos there talking Iron Bowl and favorite Christmas alternate movie ending. So it's been a great day here on Three Man Front.
A lot of texts continuing to come in, 205-834-9450. And the Dutchman said, you should be ashamed, Landrum. Old Oaken Bucket, IU and Purdue. I'm not. Doesn't bother me.
I mean, that was a game that
it's the Iron Bowl. Largest outdoor cocktail party. Civil War, Red River Shootout, and good old-fashioned hate. And Farmageddon. Those are the only.
We love Farmageddon now.
Only names that I recognize.
Farmageddon is my favorite.
That's a great one.
Old Oaken Bucket.
I still like the Creaky Bucket. That's a good suggestion.
Old
for
Creaky
somebody.
Bucket or the Splintery Bucket.
The Splintery Bucket.
Yep.
We'll find that for somebody.
Pat B texts into the show. If Michigan beats Ohio State, plays Indiana in the championship, beats Indiana, does that fourth team from the Big Ten, being Michigan, eliminate an SEC team from getting in the playoffs? Oh, please just don't let it happen.
Wait, they say Michigan beats Ohio State, and then Ohio State beats Indiana. In the
plays Indiana in the championship.
Oh, and then they win. Oh, yeah.
Beats Indiana. Does the fourth team from the Big Ten, being Michigan, eliminate an SEC team from getting in?
Probably.
With a loss to Oklahoma, Alabama may have dropped a spot or two too many, but I think the main reason they dropped like they did is because it was a home game and they were about a touchdown favorite. Prediction coming in, this one from the state of Georgia, 17-16, Auburn in the Iron Bowl, WDE.
That would be a long day for both fan bases if it's 17-16.
Michael reminds us that Brian Kelly does have a couple of D2 national championships at Grand Valley State in 2002 and 2003. Walt Frazier, that was it. That was one of the famous players, alums from Southern Illinois.
Oh, okay.
We talked about the Salukis earlier.
Yep.
Connor Talty going in for a 45-yarder to win will look like the Pat McAfee kicking contest.
I'm trying to look. What is the –
They've had some better kicking contestants this year. They had the cheerleader from Oregon. I don't know if you saw her.
This past
she
weekend?
Played soccer. Yeah.
She was good. It was a line drive, but it almost
yep.
It would have had the distance, just maybe not quite enough height. I'm trying to remember for Talty. Okay, his long this year, he's made a 48-yard field goal. So it has happened at one point.
More McDaniel comparisons. I think they went Buscemi with a character from Big Lebowski. Walter.
Oh, yeah, Steve Buscemi. Yep.
From Bamian. A college quarterback will thrive when he can throw a receiver open. When he attempts to throw into tight windows, like Ty is doing, you get interceptions. My question to you, is this due to play calling or route running by the receivers? Thank you, Bamian. Or Bamian.
There's some, though, that – I mean, there's been multiple times, and I feel like each of the last 3 or 4 games where – I mean, he's got guys that are wide open across the middle of the field, and that's where he's been the best is in the middle of the field this year. And there's – I mean – I go back to that Oklahoma game, man. There was a play where Jeremy Bernard was wide open. There wasn't anybody within 15 feet of him, and Ty Simpson threw it about 8 feet over his head. I think it's a little bit of jitters, and I think I've said this before, but I think the pressure or the reality that if he doesn't make every throw, Alabama's going to have a tough time winning games. I think that weighs on him a little bit.
Someone asking, is Conrad going to the game so we can make our predictions?
I will not be at the game.
I guess that's good news for Alabama fans.
I will not be there.
Might be good news for Auburn fans.
Don was desperately trying to get me to attend the game for some reverse voodoo.
Now we're getting screenshots of Jordan.
Yes, if it was in Tuscaloosa, I would be there. You are correct.
All right, we appreciate all the text. Your interaction every single day is appreciated. 205-834-9450. 888-848-5550.
Well, you don't want to get caught in the cold, so schedule your system checkup now from a trained comfort specialist. Train has been recognized for 11 consecutive years as America's most trusted HVAC brand and our exclusive home comfort partners here at Jock. So go and visit train.com to find a comfort specialist near you.
So a lot of these basketball tournaments are being had right now because of the upcoming holiday schedule, a lot of daytime tournaments. And so I was perusing yesterday, and Creighton was playing Baylor. And if you didn't get a chance to see the game or hear the game, Cameron Carr from Baylor drove to the basket. He tried to throw it down over the Blue Jays defender Blake Harper. Although it looked like Harper was set outside the restricted area, he was called for a blocking foul thanks to light contact when Carr was up in the air. This is the way it sounded on the Creighton radio broadcast. John Bishop on the call for the Blue Jays.
Carr into the paint, missed the dunk, and a blocking foul? What are you talking about? That was 2 seconds after the play ended. Carr driving. He's outside the circle. He's outside the circle and he's set. He was outside the circle and he was set. Brett Smith blew it. He was outside the restricted area. He was straight up and down. He was set like the statue sitting out in front of New York, New York, and they called that. That's an absolutely horse crap call. In a game that's been played out like this. Unbelievable bailout call by an incompetent referee.
Yes. Wow.
Was that Andy Burcham or was that John Bishop?
Hey, that's John Bishop from the
It
table.
sounded like Andy Burcham.
I know.
Yeah, but that's him table side calling that game. An official is walking in front of him, and one of those officials, he is trying to get his attention
Absolutely.
where he can hear every word that he's saying.
You got a little Chris Berman there. You had that,
What? Get it to him.
I don't think I've ever heard somebody get that mad about a foul or a penalty in football or anything. That's awesome.
The fact that he collected himself and said horse crap and not something else,
Yeah.
probably why you'll
Let
hear
me tell you
John
something.
Bishop on another call.
Some older folks on our radio broadcast, or radio show, would probably understand. Gary Sanders
Yeah.
used to be that way with UAB back in the day, and I mean Andy Burcham was that way.
Yeah.
During Auburn broadcasts.
Well, that's what, if you were listening to your home broadcast, that's what you want to hear.
Absolutely. I have no problem with them doing that.
I think it's great though that in that instance he is courtside, he's within shouting different.
Oh, yeah.
And he just went at him.
And you know why he's doing it. He's probably pointing at him.
He's halfway up.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
He's halfway up, leaning
Oh, yeah.
over table. Know exactly what he was doing.
Oh, that was
Tip of the cap to you, my friend.
Yeah.
He was out of the circle.
Horse crap call.
Incompetent.
That's awesome.
That's good.
Oh, more of that.
Yeah.
More of that.
Need more of that. We want transparency during replays. I want more of that.
Yeah, let's get some of that tonight. That's
All right,
awesome.
we'll roll on here from Social Taco on Jocks. It is 1:33. We're live at Social Taco. We'll be here until 2 o'clock. Let's do some Pat Punters, brought to you each and every day by Courtesy GMC. Brought to you by Courtesy GMC and Trustful. Goodbye and see them off of I-459 exit 32. And don't forget, this week, if you mention my birthday, they're going to give you an extra $1,000 off on a brand new car purchase.
It's an incredible offer.
How about that? Need to get by and see them. And Landrum, we have a special guest.
We do. We got my buddy
here?
Jeremy. He's a proud University of Alabama graduate.
Roll Tide.
Yes.
You got a score prediction, Jeremy?
It's going to be scary. I think it's going to be a tight game. Jordan Hare is always a difficult place to play. Auburn's got a great defense. They're probably the best, worst team in the country right now. And,
Good way to put it.
And it's just I've been there a couple of times. I was there when Ed System fumbled years ago.
Ouch, 97.
That was tough.
I was there too.
That was a tough
I think
game.
I saw you.
Absolutely. But then I was there conversely when Andrew Zhao went off. I think it was a 4-7 Alabama team beat
Yes.
a 12th-ranked Auburn team.
Santonio Beard, 31-7.
Yeah, I was there. So I've kind of seen both ends of the spectrum, and it's tough.
Did you threaten to roll Toomer's corner like that
I
one guy?
was not a part of that crowd.
That's probably a good thing.
Yep.
You certainly remembered if you did.
At least you didn't poison it.
Well,
Very true.
good
Thank
point,
you.
Pat.
Thank you, Pat.
All right, question number one. Reports out of LSU say they're willing to allow Lane Kiffin to coach Ole Miss through the college football playoff if he agrees to become the next Tigers head coach. So the question is, should Ole Miss consider that proposal if Lane officially accepts the job at LSU this weekend?
I think you should, because if you think that Lane Kiffin gives you the best opportunity to win, I understand the downside and all the negatives, but he has coached this team. He's your best chance calling plays in the playoff to advance in the playoff and potentially play for a championship. Yeah, I allow him to do it.
I will agree with that. On top of the mind game here, if you let him coach, let's say you win a couple games in the playoff, maybe he's a little bit behind the 8 ball at whatever the job that he's going to is, and you got to, make up for lost time at LSU, Florida, whatever that is. So, yeah, I think you do it. It gives you the best chance to go and compete, and maybe makes it a little harder for that transition to the next job, too. Just a little bonus there.
I feel like you got to.
I think so. I think, when was the last time Ole Miss had an opportunity to, like they're going to have this year?
Long time.
Is that a big fat zero?
It's been since the 60s.
1963 was
So-
their last SEC championship.
So you're going to let a guy that's got you there have the opportunity to close the deal? I think so.
Yep.
What'd you say, Molly?
I mean, I just said I feel like you have to.
Have to let him
Yeah.
coach.
What if they won the national championship?
As disgruntled as fans might be right
Crazy.
now, I think Ole Miss fans, if you say, look, we got a better chance of advancing. He's gone regardless. We got a better chance of advancing with him on the sideline. You take
Let's
the
get as
W,
much
right?
as we can out of him now. Yeah.
How many people are going to remember the circumstances 50 years from now, besides Pat?
I can just tell you right now, the people in Mississippi will not let him coach.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
That is not happening. Not happening. All right, next question. Auburn's Alex McPherson, he has made 12 field goals in a row. Bama's Connor Talty was booed Saturday versus Eastern Illinois. Who makes more field goals on Saturday, McPherson or Talty? It's kind of a trick question because how many field goals will either one of them actually get to attempt?
I'm kind of subscribing to the theory we talked about yesterday where unless you just absolutely have to if you're Alabama, I think you gamble on like a 4th and 4 type situation instead of, trying to make a 45-yard field goal. So I'll go McPherson. I know that's the easy answer. You missed a 27-yard field goal at home against Eastern Illinois. Like, it's mental, man. It's up there.
No, I'm with you. I'll go McPherson. I don't know how many kicks, but if it's one, then I would take that one.
Correct.
It'll be one more than we see Connor Talty make.
Yeah, sorry, Talty. I'd pick McPherson.
McPherson, all day, every day.
Where is Talty as far as for you guys?
What do you mean?
Alabama kickers.
Oh,
Like all time?
All time?
Yeah.
He'd be on the lower end. It's not great. 61% on the season. 11 of 18.
Who has been as unsuccessful in recent memory as Talty?
I mean, again, you go to like Papa Nasty or
Papa
that'd be the
Nasty,
last
is that what
one.
you said?
That's what I call him.
That's
Yeah.
what he calls
Flugner.
Yeah. I mean,
Flugner.
there's been some not great ones. Griffith wasn't good.
I don't feel like we get a fair shake with Graham Nicholson, the kid that they kidnapped.
Well, they
from
kicked
Iowa.
like 2
Oh,
field
so-
goals last year, yeah.
I mean, like how far on fourth down do we just go for it?
See, that's my thing. 4th and 5 and less, I'm going for it probably.
I think anything in single digits yardage-wise.
I-
4th and 9 and under.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe so.
I mean, there's 67%.
They have a greater, they are statistically better when they go for it on 4th down than kicking field
Than
goals.
Connor Talty kicking field goals. So why not?
This is not boding well for this game at all.
I don't like talking about this. Let's talk about something else.
I can tell you, both of you guys are about to get sick.
Oh, my goodness.
No, I'll be
Nauseous.
fine. Just score touchdowns. just score 7. He hasn't missed an extra point, for what that's worth.
All right, next question. What is your favorite Thanksgiving food? I'm going to give you some options here. Turkey/ham, sides, dessert, or all of it?
Sides for me.
Sides.
So you're more sides than
Yeah.
the protein?
Yeah, my first plate will not involve any turkey or any ham. It'll be
Wow.
all little portions around the plate of every single side.
So do you
That's-
get a little
that's
bit
not
of
sweet?
So you get a little bit of everything, and then maybe if you go back for seconds, that's when you kind of pick and choose your
Yep.
favorites and load up on that.
I'm
I
with
try to do a
Landrum.
little bit of everything. 'Cause
I'm
somebody
sides.
worked hard to prepare all that stuff, right?
What's your favorite side, Molly?
Mac and cheese.
Yes, thank you, Mom. That is the best.
Or
It's all-
every year my mom will make fried okra, and her fried okra
Yes.
is so
That's
good.
good.
You know, I've never done fried okra for Thanksgiving, but I'm willing to try it.
Oh,
I
it's
love fried
amazing.
okra. You know what else I don't ever eat any other time of year is green bean casserole.
Yeah. That is a Thanksgiving.
But I'll
staple.
scarf it down on Thanksgiving.
Absolutely. So, yeah, my mom makes a dressing that has strips of turkey in it, and a gravy goes on top of it,
Oh, yeah.
and it is divine.
I'm glad he didn't say stuffing, or was going to have to kick him off.
No,
three
come
and a
on.
half run.
What are you talking
Stuffing?
about?
No.
Winfield,
It's
Alabama.
dressing.
I'm just making sure.
I know.
It's dressing. But the strips of turkey, like stripped
Oh, that
turkey,
sounds incredible,
it's
yeah.
absolutely
Does it have little pieces of egg white in it?
a little
in
bit.
the dressing, maybe?
A little bit. And then the gravy over top of it.
Come
I could
on.
literally just eat it.
You
and
put
be
gravy
fine.
on everything?
Am I from the South?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I will
Gravy
not
is
be
it-
eating gravy on Thursday.
Yeah. Conrad got it dumped on him last.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, no
you
gravy
saw
for
that
me.
when he was in
Yeah.
the pilgrim outfit.
yeah, that would.
Too soon.
All right, next question is courtesy of BB. Hopefully we'll see BB soon. While you were in elementary school, did you ever commit some infraction that resulted in you being disciplined by the teacher and or principal, and did you face retribution from your parents when you got home?
Of course. My mom was a teacher. I told you about the time that I got in trouble in class. She was at the same elementary school as the first grade teacher. I think I was in 3rd or 4th grade. The teacher told her about it at lunch, and she snatched me up in the lunch line in front of everybody. I dropped my tray, and everything just stopped and got quiet. And Lynn did not stop. She'd get you underneath that arm. She did that pinch. Whoa.
What did you do?
It was embarrassing. I don't know. I forgot what I did. But also, I got we had nap time in kindergarten. We'd watch a movie. I remember I had my Pac-Man. It was a white, like, sleeping bag mat, but it had the Pac-Man print on it. And my main squeeze back then was, her name was Sarah. I think she lives here, maybe with a family. Hope you're doing well. We got caught kissing
Ooh,
kindergarten.
Landro.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
You got started early.
Play it.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
you know you got it at 5.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Got a couple options.
But
here.
I did get made fun of for that. And I don't, now
You got
looking
made
back
fun
on
of
it,
for
it's-
that?
Yeah, well, back then.
Well, yeah, when
it
you're
was,
5.
Oh, you got cooties. I'm,
Then when
like,
you're
I'm
12,
way ahead of
you're,
you boys.
Yeah, you're the man of the hour.
I'm way ahead of you boys.
So I had. Was it just elementary school?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then we won't tell the story of the time I got paddled. Because that did happen to me at high school one time.
Was that Bear?
You got paddled in high school?
I did get paddled.
Did
in
they
high
make
school.
you pull down your britches and your undershorts?
No.
Okay.
No. But yeah, I did get paddled one time. No, one time I drew it was like, or I guess whatever. You don't have individual teachers at that point, but in the English period or whatever, we were writing stories, and I remember I did a story, and I don't remember what it was about, but somebody died in the story, and so at the end, I drew like a picture, of like a stick person with like X's over their eyes or whatever, like somebody that had gotten killed at the end of a story. And I had to have a meeting with my teacher. We had to have a parent-teacher conference with my mother because they were worried that I was a violent child that was going to be a risk to other students.
That's an early indicator of serial killer.
I can safely say I have never killed anybody.
Stick people will get you.
Yeah, stick people.
Yeah,
with the X's over the eyes.
my mom was not happy about
It's a
that.
telltale sign.
Yeah. What about you?
I got a paddling every year, 1st grade through 8th grade, at least once every year. And
Was it one of those things where it's like May and you're like, man, I got to do something to get paddle now?
no, I wish I could say that. No, as anybody knows me is going to be shocked, but I always got in trouble for talking.
Yeah, well,
You know,
you got into communication.
yeah, there we go.
You use it in your
The joke's on them.
Yes, that's right.
That's right. And when I got home, I got another one.
Oh, your dad.
Yeah.
You go belt?
Belt. Then he took a 2x4 and made a paddle out of it. And
Put holes in it?
Put holes in it.
Yep,
Yep.
gotta drill the
And I would
holes
get
in
a
it.
number of licks based on the size of the problem that I had created.
My principal that my mom worked with in elementary school, he had a paddle, and it actually had the name Roberts on it, which was kind of intimidating.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was handed down to him from some principal with the last name Roberts, but it had the holes in it.
I was
got the
assuming
paddle.
it was because of your name.
No, right?
You visited him so frequently,
Yeah, that's
they
what I'm
just named
thinking,
him
yeah.
after you.
No, I picked my spots. I knew not to go in there.
Now, I'm sure Molly never got in trouble at school.
But I say I really don't have anything. I never got in trouble. I'm not just saying that. I never got in trouble as a kid.
No, I bet you didn't. That doesn't surprise me.
What's the longest amount of time you ever got grounded for as a kid?
I've never been grounded.
What? You seriously never got
I have
grounded?
never been grounded.
That's
no.
crazy.
Man, you were a good
The
kid.
perks of being a
I
younger
was grounded
sister.
more than I was.
I got to watch my brother make all the mistakes, and I knew what not to do.
And you learned from
And I
it.
learned,
that's right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Smart.
you're the baby.
I'm the
Smart.
baby.
That's right.
I never got in trouble.
The standards changed for the babies.
But I will say, like, I never gave my parents a reason for me to be in trouble. I was a good kid.
You still are.
Wish we could all say
Thank
the
you.
same.
That's today's Pat Ponders, brought to you by Thank You.
Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you for
Yeah,
joining.
that was
Happy
great.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you guys.
Good
Have a
luck to
great
you
week.
in your sales profession.
You're welcome.
Got a good product.
Thank you. We do what we can.
Courtesy GMC and Trustful, they bring us Pat Ponders each and every day. More three-man front here on Jocks. It is 1:50. Welcome back in. Three-man front as we are wrapping up Tuesday's show. A reminder, we will be live tomorrow in studio. We will take Thursday off to be with our families for Thanksgiving, and then we will be back 10 o'clock on Friday morning. So many of you will be out and about as you will be out shopping. The Egg Bowl will kick off at 11 a.m. on Friday morning.
While we're live on the air, it'll be great.
You got a feeling that there's going to be something kind of leaking out of Oxford, Mississippi, one way or another, I would assume, before the game.
Are you surprised that – I mean, I guess you kind of had a little leak over the weekend with the reported offer from LSU. I'm kind of surprised because I think that's what we all thought on Friday was there's no way you make it till next Saturday without this information leaking out. But so far, so good.
I would be shocked if Friday morning
there's not a little something.
We don't have some form of indication.
After the game, win or lose, does he address it in the press conference or does he take on the attitude of let's celebrate the victory or we're talking about this team right now?
That's another interesting angle to this.
Then I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Because based on what you saw yesterday and based on what happened during the SEC teleconference last Wednesday.
It's going to be a fair question.
There's no way. I mean, I will never forget, and I'll give him a lot of our audience will remember this. But Mike Rada, who was the sports director at ABC 3340 for many, many years, when Dennis Franchione decided that he was going to leave Tuscaloosa and go to College Station, Mike got on a plane and was in College Station for the introductory press conference. And Mike asked pointed, direct questions to Coach Fran because Coach Fran was a chicken. Like, he would not answer anything.
Yeah. Because
leading up to the rumors about him potentially going to Texas A&M, he kind of shot it down, and he literally would not talk at all.
Yeah.
And so kudos to Mike Rada in 3340 because he flew to College Station, and he was right there front and center.
And got to ask him. And
asking questions. So, but you heard Kiffin yesterday. Kiffin, wasn't going to answer the questions. So, that's the thing. Like,
it just seems like it'd be so hard after the game to not say something. But
so he's after the game, and let's say they win the Egg Bowl, okay, and then all of a sudden it's not the first question. Hey, how's it feel to be 11-1
going to the
college football playoff? It's going to be okay. Here it is. Game's over. Well, what are you doing? Like, are you here next year?
Do you think that this all makes sense when it's all said and done to all of us?
No, because it's Lane Kiffin.
Okay.
No. I think we're all going to go, thank God that's over. Thank God we have an answer. We know
I didn't know if we're going to get the conclusion of, I see what they were doing here.
No.
And then meanwhile, and think about this. Does Carter use Jimmy Sexton or another Jimmy Sexton client, or does he go another route? And what is his posturing right now, one way or another, if Lane Kiffin is leaving? Because Ole Miss has got to find them a coach.
Yeah.
Well, and word travels quick, so you got to be really buttoned up. I'm not saying it would be from an agent, but it would be from a coach or somebody that somebody's going to have to know. If there's somebody waiting around that turns down a job, maybe internally, whether it's a Goalish or let's just throw out whoever, that usually word gets out like, all right, we don't know where he's going, but he's going somewhere, and this job's going to be
What
over.
if they walked out of that meeting last Friday and Lane Kiffin says, I will tell you after the game what I'm going to do? So Ole Miss has 2 press releases ready to go.
I could very well. So, like, on Friday night I'll tell you, and then on Saturday we'll officially release it, and you can okay, so here's my question. If you're Keith Carter, have you already started interviewing or having discussions with other candidates?
Well, if he's not, he should be fired.
That's my thought. I would assume that has to be going on behind the scenes.
He has to have something ready to go.
I would think so.
Just based on what we have heard or not heard from people that cover LSU in Florida, I don't think if he's indicated to one of those 2 schools that he's going there, they're not letting on like he has.
Which means he hasn't told them because otherwise they would have put that out there, yes.
But like I said in Pat Ponders, Matt Moscona yesterday on his radio show, he said that LSU – they are willing to wait as long as it takes.
And outspend anybody.
They will wait as long as it takes for Lane Kiffin. If Lane wants to stay in Oxford, coach the team until they're eliminated in the college football playoff or win the national championship, LSU is 1,000% okay with that.
That's a bold strategy, but what is your plan B? if he doesn't agree? Is it a Lincoln Riley? Is it Eli Drinkowitz? Clark Lee? Is that out of the question? Where are they circling back to?
What if he says he's leaving, he comes back, and they say, all right, we'll let you coach through the playoffs. What if you make it to the national champion? Are you then going to walk away from a program you just took that far in the playoffs?
What
to
if
go
after
somewhere
all
else?
of this stuff, he pulls a Bobby Crimmins, accepts the job for 2 days, and then he goes back?
Exactly. That'd be very on brand.
Now I hope that happens, that scenario.
That'd be on brand.
Yeah, that's going to do it for us. Appreciate all our friends here, all of you out there. We got a big Wednesday show as we continue Iron Bowl week here on Three Man Front. God is great. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Be careful.